All right, let's just dive right into this explainer. We're going to be exploring how to take the mythological figure of Buer and completely transform him. We're taking him from a simple, kind of static entry in the Ars Goetia and turning him into this terrifyingly clinical archetype for your dark fantasy world building. Honestly, if you've ever wanted to inject a totally different flavor of dread into your campaigns or your stories, one that completely ignores the usual screaming hellfire and brimstone, and instead relies on cold, unyielding diagnosis, you are in the exact right place. We're going to unpack exactly how healing can actually be way scarier than harming.
So usually we naturally assume healers are the heroes of the story, right? I mean, they swoop in, they mend the wounds, everyone goes home happy. But imagine a scenario where truth is treated exactly like bitter medicine. It's administered with absolute razor-sharp logic, and critically, it's done without the patient's permission. You really have to ask yourself, what happens when a cure is genuinely more dangerous than the disease itself? Because that is the core of Buzzier's terrifying appeal. He isn't out to destroy your body, he's out to dissect your reality.
Okay, literally picture this opening scene from the source material, just to really set the mood here. You've got this old dirt road outside a plague-stricken infirmary, and it begins to turn all by itself. Dust rises up in a circle in the darkness, and this bizarre, five-limbed, wheel-like creature rolls right out of the shadows to stand beside a sickbed. It looks down at the patient and delivers this chillingly patient diagnosis. He is dying from the truth his body has been carrying for him. Just like that, in a single sentence, all your comforting lies are completely stripped away.
Now, before we plunge too deep into the psychological horror of it all, let's quickly ground ourselves in the foundational lore. According to the Ars Goetia within the Lesser Key of Solomon, Buer is officially listed as the 10th spirit in the traditional order. He holds the rank of Great President, and he commands exactly 50 legions. But listen, do not let those typical demonic stats fool you for a second. He brings a profoundly different kind of intelligence to the table.
And what makes Buer truly terrifying is how sharply he contrasts with your standard conquering royal demon king. His primary office isn't about hoarding gold or crushing rival armies. No. His job is to teach moral and natural philosophy, logic, and the virtues of herbs and plants. He's literally the demon of systems that heal. He is that incredibly dangerous teacher who understands not just the physical illness in front of him, but the complex underlying philosophical argument buried beneath it. So, if you're designing a world or a specific encounter around him, you have to step completely away from standard demonic fire. Just throw it out. Instead, lean heavily into this extremely specific aesthetic. Moss greens, antique golds, bone whites. Think moonlit forest glows, dimly lit candlelit infirmaries, ruined circular observatories that are just overgrown with thick medicinal roots. Picture parchment diagrams everywhere and that heavy, earthy scent of dried, burned herbs. It creates a mood that is just incredibly uncanny, deeply clinical, and quietly dangerous.
Now, while he's traditionally connected to the archer centaur of Sagittarius, later visual culture imagines him quite a bit differently. He becomes the wheel of wisdom, this surreal, many-legged, wandering healer. And honestly, this wheel form is such a striking silhouette for storytelling. It perfectly symbolizes the continuous, totally unfeeling cycle of sickness, diagnosis, and recovery. Just think about it. He's a physician in perpetual motion, this liminal figure arriving at the exact crossroad where a physical plague and philosophical confusion intersect.
The crucial thematic pivot here really lies in how these dual domains interlock. We're contrasting the physical, natural restoration of herbs against the absolute mental control of forced, inescapable logic. Remember, natural philosophy asks how the world works, while logic asks if your thoughts are actually valid. You put those together and you get a healer who treats the whole person, sure, but whose absolute understanding represents the difference between knowledge that merely commands and knowledge that fundamentally rewrites who you are.
He just completely embodies the archetype of the wandering doctor of forbidden causes. Buer is calm, he's precise, and he is unsettlingly honest. He will flat out ignore your very human desire for comfort, completely casting it aside in favor of diagnosing the hidden, often moral causes of your suffering. And the subtle terror here is just profound, because if an entity knows exactly how to heal every single part of you, well, they also possess the exact blueprint required to completely dismantle you.
And if you zoom out and scale this up, you can build an entire society where his presence completely transforms public culture. Imagine a dark fantasy setting where temples aren't really places of worship anymore. Instead, they become these massive hospital-library hybrids. Public life evolves around rigorous debate, harsh diagnosis, and botanical study. This matters so much for world building because of the sheer societal cost. In this culture, citizens are reduced to mere cases and symptoms. A sin? That's just a disease to be treated. And human mercy is entirely replaced by a rigid, completely unfeeling clinical procedure.
Which brings us to his true narrative danger. It all lies in the absolute vulnerability of healing. Think about it. A hero might seek him out and actually be completely cured physically. Maybe they're saved from a highly lethal plague. But the cost of that cure, the hero ends up entirely dependent on Buer's uncompromising interpretation of reality. You might walk away alive, but your worldview has been surgically, irreversibly altered.
To put that into perspective, look at this scenario defined in our source material as the logic of pain. Imagine a philosopher who has suffered an unimaginable loss and seeks a cure for their grief. Now, Buer, being this absolute master of logic, doesn't offer a soothing, magical potion. Instead, he teaches a logical argument that is so absolutely flawless, it mathematically defeats the grief. The chilling result here? The patient is technically cured, but they completely lose the human ability to mourn. They literally trade their trauma for pure, cold logic, which, makes for a highly efficient philosopher, but a profoundly unsettling person to be around.
This whole concept provides incredibly dense inspiration for your own storytelling. You can take these ideas and turn them into practical plot hooks, where the cure itself actively reshapes the patient. A local sickness might attract the wheel in the sick room, this entity diagnosing patients based entirely on the toxic lies they just refuse to let go of. Or perhaps your party discovers the herb that remembers, a plant that mends your flesh flawlessly, but the catch is it forces you to constantly endure the agonizing memory of exactly how you got the wound. Or even the familiar who heals too much, a gifted little companion that cleans your physical wounds, but then slowly decides which of your emotions are unhealthy and just permanently removes them.
And then you have something massive like the kingdom of symptoms. You could frame an entire narrative campaign around this single central tension. A desperate city is dying, and they beg Buer to end a devastating plague. Buer agrees to cure everyone, no problem, but only on the condition that he publicly exposes that the sickness is directly tied to the ruler's corrupt laws, the very laws they've been calling justice. It creates an absolutely agonizing dilemma for the characters. Do you choose physical survival, or do you choose total societal collapse?
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to consider this final, provocative thought about the inherent danger of this archetype. If a being like Buer rolled out of the dark and perfectly, flawlessly diagnosed your world's deepest, most hidden flaw, would you actually accept the cure? Are you truly willing to trade your comforting illusions for his terrifyingly cold clinical truth? Because once that healing wheel starts turning, you don't get to choose which parts of yourself are cut away.